Hey guys, right, for existing subscribers, this video has nothing to do with gardening, so please ignore it. It's for a help video for one of the games that I play. For the guys at Illuminati and Illuminati Reborn, I will split this down into a few different sections. And first of all, we're going to start looking at line, where the cheat sheets are, because you can use those to get you started. And I'll go through those now, so hold on a second. Right, so in line, let's just show you. Right, you want to go to the notes page up here, and then in posts, that's right, yeah, and scroll up or down the page. Now this is actually in Reborn. You can see there we've got red infestations cheat sheet and one for the green. If you go through, right, so it does what it says on a tin. If you want to attack level 15, you need 60 troopers, and then you just follow the list. No, hold on, there we go. And you just work your way down the list. Now, at the moment, I only go up to level 25. Once you start playing with these and using them, it's very, very easy to work out how much of each troop you need for each level. It just means it's going to take you a little bit of time for each one, but then once you've got it sorted out, you know, and you can use it over and over again. If you do create information that you can add to this, share it with everyone else, or pass the information to me in-game or online, and then I can add it to these lists to extend it further so everyone's got it. Now I've now got levels up to 32, but I haven't actually done this yet to actually figure out what I actually need to use for the levels past that. But there are 3 different ways you can do the levels. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to do those: the bad way, the okay way, and the good way. Right, so I'll be back with you in a sec. Right, so this is my alt account on my phone. So first things first, seems silly, but recall your troops. So I'm going to recall all of my offensive and all defensive troops. Right, now, important thing, no matter which way you do this, any of the special troops that you've won from doing missions, send them back. So, something like this, battle cruisers, but the special red ones, and the fighters, plus the special Gauss guns, and these things which I can never remember what they're called. Because you can only win these, you can't, well, if we had an emitter we could actually make those, but we don't have one at the moment. Send them back. You don't want to use them on these missions at all. So, send them back and don't use them, because you can't replace them unless you win them. And we don't have an emitter to build them yet, so send them back, they're no use to you. In addition to that, you send back any troops to your bunker that you cannot currently build. So these guys, I can't build them yet, so I'm going to send that back. Him, because he's the only one in that group, there's no point in me keeping him out. Plus also my fighters and battleships, plus the group ship there. Now at the moment I can now build Gauss cannon, but I can't build the plasma cannon, but I am going to use it because I will get these as bonuses, so those can all be kept. So everything else there is either something I can build, or I'm close to being able to build, or I don't mind losing on the infestation attacks. Okay, right, so let them go and I'll be back with you in a sec. Right, so infestation attack type 1. So we'll just do it on a level 3, just so I don't lose much. We'll defend. Sorry, fat fingers. Send all defence units. Yeah, send absolutely everything. Now, if I was going for, say, this level 24 here, I wouldn't necessarily want to do that because the defence troops on there are quite powerful, and I'm going to lose a lot of my bigger ships, or certainly a lot more than I want to. When you're doing these levels, you want to lose your dogs, cyborgs, glads, the mongoose, ASV, and the other tanks. You don't want to be losing any of your fighter units or any of the artillery. Right, so that's done. So let's have a look at the damage. No, wrong one. Fat fingers again. So we're going to failed. So it was only level 3. So I've not lost anything. Not many troops there. Yeah. Outstanding. Neutralised. Now the key with that is the message you want to try and get here is that you've brought them to their knees. Now the reason you want to do that is that you've basically killed off as many of their troops as you possibly can, bar half a dozen troopers or whatever, and then that way when you do your full attack you lose as little of your big troops as possible. So that's a full on attack. The next version is one where you don't use the bigger troops at all. So let's have a look. So we've got a level 32 here. Let's go for a 22. I'm less likely to lose a lot of troops there. Now, I seem to have lost a lot of my troops there, so I'm not actually going to do that one because I don't have much firepower. Let's do a level 24 defence. What have I got? 1300. Okay. See, at the moment, I'm not really that interested in sending these troops to that level. I need to find something a little bit smaller just to show you. Let's do it on level 20, and then I'll show you some losses. And this one's a little bit further away. It's a 4-minute trip, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to send it off and then show you the details afterwards as to where we're at. So, send, right, we'll be back in a minute. Okay, so we're back. We've had a successful mission. So as we can see here, there's now been some losses. Yeah. So lost some dogs, a couple of glads, mongoose, by the tank, lost a couple, but also I've lost Gauss guns and I've lost the plasma cannon thing. Now I don't want to be losing these because they cost a fair bit to buy, but for a number of people you can't build these yet and you don't want to be losing those. So outstanding, we beat them, but I didn't get anything. Now it's been a few days since I've done any infestations, so I'm not likely to get anything yet. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do so let's have a look at this level 19 defence. So what I need to do, if you can do these properly, we're going to have a look at green infestations. We want to do level 19. So I need, so the amount of dogs, level 19 is 175 dogs. So let's go in here, defend. Oh, they're not back yet. Of course they're not. Right, I'll come back on in a sec and I'll show you what I'll do there. Okay, right, let's try that again. So we're going for level 19, we need 175 dogs. That's 5 dogs. Okay. 175. Now the key with this is we're not supposed to be beating the level. We're supposed to be losing. Yeah. So we need to lose all of these dogs. But the message we're supposed to get at the end when we've hit the infestation is you've brought the enemy to its knees. So we're going to send those dogs off. It's 1:14, so I'm going to pause now and come back and show you the message, and hopefully my calculations have worked right. So, see you in a minute. Okay, so as you can see there, we've failed to raid that one, which is exactly what we wanted. So, lost all my dogs. So, 14 out of 20 of these chimeras, or chimeras, sorry. And these predators, so there's 3 of those left. There's 20 of those left. So, in theory, you could send another 10 or 20 dogs to try and take a few more of those out. But the point is, we brought them to the point whereby the whole level is going to be relatively easy to drop. And that is the message that you want. You've brought them to their knees. So what you would now do is, there's 2 ways you can do this. You can go and hit lots of other levels doing the same thing, bringing them to their knees. And that process of killing off your dogs or your glads or your mongoose is to fill up that invisible bank. It's like using a one-armed bandit at a casino. The actual machine recognises that you're putting money in and won't pay out for ages, and then at some point, based on its 8% payout rate, it will pay you out something. And I'll show you a couple of the ones that I've had that I've paid off here in a second. So what I'm now going to do is I'm going to attack that level again, but with everything. So defend, all of it, send. So it's on its way. And because there's only a few troops left there, I should lose very few or almost no troops. I know with the troops that are left there, I'm going to lose some, but that's okay. You know, if I had more time, I would send another 20 dogs, another 30 dogs maybe. But there is anything up to a 15% variation as to the number of dogs up or down from the cheat sheets that I've done, as to how many you might need. So you might send 175 on one mission. You get exactly the right answer, you brought them to their knees. Another one, you might actually clear that level off. And other ones, you will need me close. But most of the time, probably 8 times out of 10, it'll do exactly what you need. So let that finish its tracking, I'll come back on in a sec. Okay, so it's done. Let's see what the difference is. So we've now cleared it. Now this time, look at the losses now. Only a couple of troops. Yeah, the odd one here and there. So we've lost a quarter, less than a quarter of what we did when we sent everything. So, right, so what you then do is, if you've started on green infestations, keep doing green ones. You get a better payout, and you get payout sooner as well. You'll get payout of ships, units, as well as resources. It just depends as to how long it'll be before you get any. Let's have a look. See if I can find one where we've got some decent payout. Right, so that's a level 23. Now these ones, admittedly, I was cheating. I was sending all my raids in one go. And I wasn't doing it to bring each level to its knees first. So, an example, so 86 Gauze Cannon, yeah, very nice. Didn't get much in the way of resources, 1600 uranium, but 86 of those boys, thank you very much, that'll do nicely. You can, right, so don't do infestations between the events. Each day you get given 12. You can show a live active 24 in your list, which is here. And if you've been stocking up by not doing them, you can get an additional dozen on top of that. So when you go into the leaderboard first day on a new event, and then suddenly some guy's got 12,000 points, and you think, Christ, how the hell do you do that? It's because he's got, he's got 36 levels to go at, and they're all kind of level 50, 60, 70. Now the infestation levels go up to 100. The key thing also as well for any guys who are going for lower levels at the moment, it's done in bands. So if you're attacking up to level 25, don't go any higher. Everything from 1 to 25 goes into the same bank, as it were. Then there's level 26 to 40. We've got that listed in our notes somewhere as well. But do, I don't know, try doing half a dozen of all greens, and then pick the highest one that you can go for. So here, I mean, I might do level 33, attack that with dogs, glads and tanks, get that to on its knees, and then hit that one hard with absolutely everything. And then hopefully the higher the level, the better payout you'll get. So you'll get more res, you'll get more units, you'll get more points. And it's just a case of playing around with it. Sometimes you win, unfortunately sometimes you don't. You might hit that level and it won't pay out, and then you'll find, let's have a look, what have I got next? What's my next best level? A level 30, you do it on that one, but it will pay out on that one, but you won't get quite as much as you would have done if it paid out on the level 33. Sometimes it will, sometimes it won't. It's just a case of doing them over and over again. And then when you're done on the green ones, then you can go on to the red ones. But in between infestation events, you need to build tons and tons and tons of units. So, where are we? So, for defence, plenty of dogs and glads. You can stick to one or the other. If you're doing offensive troops, bang for buck, Valkyries are really, really good value for money. Again, offensively, light tanks and mongoose, and then when you can actually do them, gauze guns and plasma cannons. And then you'll start getting these other ones as bonus units. When you win these, stock them away, keep them in your bunker, don't use them for the events, because until you can actually build them yourself, there's no point in using them. So, I mean, I can now build these guys, the gauze guns, and I'm hoping by the end of this week I can do plasma cannons too. Right, so there's a lot to take in there. Hopefully it's been of use to you. Message me online, message me in the game, and if you want me to do another video or you want to just explain something more specific than that, let me know and I'll do another one for you guys. I'm going to post this online and in the game. Alright, I'll see you guys soon.